Today, we are going to go over the steps that are required to successfully uninstall Kapok from your Android device. So there are multiple reasons why you might want to uninstall Kapok from your Android device. Some of them might be there is a new version of Kapok out there that you want to install. Maybe you are done with Kapok and don't want to use it anymore, or maybe simply you just don't want it on your Android device anymore. Whatever the reason might be, in such cases, you will need to uninstall Kapok. And this video is going to show you how to uninstall Kapok from your Android device. So as you can see, right now I have opened up Kapok. So let's start the installation process. There are certain steps that I'll go over that might lead to an exception. Basically what I mean is that there is extra set of steps that are required if you cannot uninstall it the first way. We'll go over both the ways step by step. Alright, so let's get started and log out or just move out of Kapok. In this case, I'll close it. That's how you would move out of Kapok. And as you can see, Kapok's right here. Now before I go any further, I have to describe what the two ways of uninstalling Kapok are. The first way, as I will show right now, is to just long press it. Well, that happened. But when you long press it, this happens. By this, I mean that menu over there with those 4 options will appear. It varies from phone to phone, but whenever you long press an app, it will show you some way to delete it. Now in most cases, you can uninstall Kapok right here. But in certain cases, you might not be able to do that. It might be a case with older phones or phones that are slightly uncompatible with Kapok, in which case it will not uninstall it but simply disable the app. If the Kapok app is disabled, then when you reinstall it, you will have crashes or bugs because of an unsuccessful uninstallation. So seeing as how you can just uninstall by long pressing the app itself, that step should be pretty straightforward. You long press it and you click uninstall. The other step is to clear all the data Kapok has and then manually uninstall it from the settings page. Like I said, this usually happens if your phone is very old or your phone software is not compatible with Kapok, just slightly. So I will go over the cache part and yeah, we'll pick up from there. So, and before I go forward, a cache is basically the place where all your frequently accessed data as your email, your login is stored. If you clear that, we have essentially deleted Kapok in all sense. And as a bonus, we can actually uninstall it from there. Also, you can check if the app itself has been disabled or not. Right? So let's get started. To start off, you have to find the settings page. Now this might differ from phone to phone, but usually you will have a settings icon like I have here in the bottom left corner. So click the settings icon. Once you have opened up the settings icon, you need to find a tab that says applications or apps. So keep scrolling, or if you have multiple pages, start side scrolling. Like I said, it depends and differs from phone to phone. So you might have to look around a bit, but to tell you what exactly you're looking for something that looks like this. The apps tab right here in the center of the screen. It can also have a name like applications. Once you have found it, you're going to click it. Once you click it, it will take some time to load all the apps that are present on your phone. And then, as you can see, I have 79 apps on my phone. And from here, we are going to find where is Kapok located. So just keep scrolling down until you see Kapok. And there we go, we found Kapok. It's right in the middle of the screen here. Once you find Kapok, and just to reiterate, you are only going to use this method if the normal means of uninstallation fails, but it is highly advised that you still follow it, because in this case, you will also be able to see if the app, if you previously uninstalled it while just long pressing it and then clicking uninstall, if it has been disabled or has actually been uninstalled. In the case it has been uninstalled, it will not be on this page, and you can, without a worry, install it again if you want to. But in the case it says this app appears like this here, or it either says disabled or force stopped, then you have to continue following these steps. All right, let's go forward. So now that you have found Kapok, you'll click Kapok. And again, to reiterate, if your app has been disabled or force stopped, then it will say disabled or force stopped, which are the scenarios where you will usually use this method of uninstallation. Also, to point out, you can uninstall your app directly from here. So it's a win-win. So instead of just uninstalling, that's why it's recommended, because if you uninstall it from your app screen or your home screen, that is the screens we saw before, then there's a slight chance that it might be disabled or force stopped. But if you always come here and uninstall it, it will always be uninstalled. So the next thing you want to do is to click storage. As you can see, we have a cache here, which is what we want to delete. And then we have data, app, and the total amount of memory this app has. So you just click clear cache, and that's it. Now, again, to reiterate, the buttons that I have here are different from phone to phone. So you might have to either click on cache itself or do some searching around, but it will be on this page. The ways to get to this page are still the same. Now, as you can see, the app itself hasn't uninstalled. We only have cleared all the data that was stored in the cache, that being your email ID, your quick logins, and whatever you use to log in. But that's not enough to uninstall it. So what you have to do is to go back and basically just uninstall it from right here. So I believe you should be able to go over here and then clear data, and it's as good as uninstalled. If you want to go one step further, I believe you should be able to uninstall it by the main screen now. Though it's not needed, but if you want to take that extra step, that's up to you. And that's how we usually uninstall, like I said in the beginning. Again, to reiterate, the steps that I just mentioned only need to be followed as a precautionary measure, but it's advised that you still follow them, because that way you can find out if your app has been properly uninstalled or not. So with that, and to finish this video, let's uninstall the app. And there we go. It will disappear from the screen in a minute. There we go. And we have successfully uninstalled Kapok in every way possible. This is the Kapok team. Hope we were able to solve some issues about uninstallation with this video, and we will see you in the next video.